You don't have to use a sauna in order to get these benefits. It is simply a matter of making sure that your shell and your core heat up properly a bit. Not too much, not too little, but that you heat those up. And no, you do not need to carry a thermometer around or place a thermometer into your core. So the question is, how are you heating up your environment? And I realize that there are dry saunas, there are steam saunas, there are infrared saunas, there are hot tubs, and there are simply rooms that you crank up the heat, okay? There are also ways in which you can increase your shell and your core temperature by moving around a lot and doing that wearing a lot of clothing. There's nothing special about any one of these approaches or protocols. It just so happens that sauna is one of the more convenient ways to do this. The temperature range is important. You want to get between 80 and 100 degrees Celsius. You could, however, immerse yourself in a hot tub or hot water bath up to your neck. That's another way to approach it. If you didn't have access to either of those, you could also put on a hoodie or a wool hat and a hoodie, or you could do like the wrestlers do, and you could actually buy one of these plastic suits. They're literally called plastics that wrestlers or other athletes that wish to drop water weight will wear and then go jogging in that. All of those will increase your shell and your core body temperature, right? Especially if you do it on a hot day. But of course, be careful, hydrate, and don't overheat. Don't become excessively hyperthermic, because you can get heat stroke and you can potentially die. And of course, you have to ask yourself, wet sauna, dry sauna. You know what? Doesn't matter. Use what you prefer. Many people ask me, well, what about infrared sauna? It does have certain benefits for skin and other organs and tissues of the body if used properly. My understanding, or at least my assessment of most infrared saunas out there, is that they don't get hot enough. They don't get up to that 80 to 100 degrees Celsius range. Some do, most don't. I personally am of the stance, based on the literature that I've read, that you want to get into those ranges of 80 to 100 degrees Celsius before you start considering whether or not you're also going to include red light therapies, et cetera. So there's nothing special about red light sauna. It's really the temperature of the sauna that you happen to get into.